Hello everybody, Missouri here with episode 16 of BeamNG Drive Career Mode with the RLS Career Overhaul mod. Last episode, of course, we built this guy, and I had a little bit of an issue, and I've figured out basically what's going on. So the issue was the engine, the generator, right? Way too loud. Well, we can turn it on and off. That's not too bad. Or what I have dug around and done, if we notice, I'm a little bit different of a view here. That's not the folder I wanted. I want to pull up this guy, which is in the Career Collection, and we have this guy, which is inside there. So in here we go into Vehicles, US Semi, and the EFC EV. This is under the Parts Career Collection 1. And we get this one in blue, EVAgen.jbeam. That's going to pull up all the stuff in the motor. So these lines all here, this section under torque, which is the second one after the comma here, and these was all set to 1. Now the reason I think this is because if we go back to the game, unpause, motor's running, and there's nothing happening to turn it off. I cannot turn it off anymore now that I've set that. But as we can hear, it is idling a lot lower. And that is essentially, to break this down really simply, down in here it wants a minimum amount of torque and a maximum amount of torque just for the regeneration. So with these being set to 1, it was running up to 5,000 RPM there just to get that running. Well, I could change this so that, say, it would be 800 up here. I mean, this probably could put it to 1 again. And this is going to update. And then the game should update as well in a moment here. Yep. So it's going to freeze for a moment. Game's going to reload the mod. A lot of times it's okay to do this, but not always, because you can get issues like that. So that's a great example of why we shouldn't do that. That basically just errors everywhere kind of a thing. Not actually breaking anything. It just caused a cascading error through that. But we're going to go back to free roam. West Coast, we can reload the map, and yeah, so if you wanted to, you could make it so that way it idles quieter. As far as the engine sound and everything and the volume, I think that's just based on the actual engine in the game. I'm not sure. I don't know how to dig any much further than into this. So again, this is kind of the deal that we have here, and I mean, I got it so it idles a lot lower. In fact, I could probably, put it so it idles at 1500 or something like that. Or right now, it's going to be trying to push, I think, for 2000 with that minimum, but it sounds like it's lower than that for regen. But from what I've taken a look at, everything seems to be working just fine that way. Taking a look into here also, though, we had a line here somewhere. Is affected by ignition level? No, but there was another one, which essentially, let's go ahead and we'll go back into our career. It should reload just fine. Maybe not. We might actually... No, I think we'll be okay. I do have a backup, so worst case scenario, we go back to the backup of the save. But yes, we should essentially be able to allow, the motor to turn off and on and do its thing. Now we have this here. And it's still not doing anything. Nope, I'm hitting a different key for something else. What is that mod that I'm hitting? That's the slider. I'm not even sure what I'm hitting on and off for that mod, to be honest, or what that might be toggling. Let's see. The dynamic weather's off. The Tan's graphics tweaks. That's the one, which is pretty good except for nighttime. I've been trying to look into seeing how I can edit in that. So that way the nighttime isn't so dark, because it actually makes the nighttime darker. And I can't figure out how to make it so it's brighter, because it actually goes from 15 for the red, green, blue values to 555, making it, in a way, 3 times darker. I'm not sure, but okay. Anywho. Alright, back into this. Okay, so yeah, the options, controls, we type generate, like that. Whoops. So I have it to hit the enter key, but when you do, it actually clears that. And we got control, alt, and plus. I mean, I don't know if I could do different key. Control F4. It won't do that. Okay. Control Shift and Alt and that. Oh, it wouldn't. Wasn't looking for it. Let's try that. Control F4. So I hit that key. I accidentally hit the 5 key, which takes us to there. But yeah, it's not doing anything. And if I hit this to say Alt, well, you know, I did Alt and F4. I just did it to myself. Oh my gosh. Yeah, point being, it's not going to turn off unless it stays as the way it was, which I guess is what it is. I mean, I could try one thing here. You could probably let it go, let's say 1500. We could do 1 and 1 here. Save that. Yes to update. And then we're going to go ahead and get this up and running again. And we can switch back on over to the other scene here for BeamNG as long as it grabs it. Which, there we go. OBS sometimes takes a little bit to figure things out. Reload. We can see how this is. It should be idling a little bit higher, if anything. Yeah, I think there's an error or an issue that's occurring within the mod where it's not working quite the way they anticipated it to. Yeah. But I'm hoping to Control F4 and turn it off when I need to. Otherwise, it looks like they have the code set up to basically have it so it adjusts dynamically, but it's not working. So it's likely a work in progress. Maybe in the future we'll see something like that. Maybe it's like some other modders and they've given up. We can see it's gone up. It sounds like it's gone up to me. But we're still not able to turn it off. So that might be why they moved it to that RPM. It's like where it was working or something. I'm not sure, but it is keeping up with everything we need it to do, and it's not as loud and obnoxious this time. And we're gonna go ahead and turn this on. We'll turn off our traction control. Let's see, not the inner axle, the rear and the rear differential. We'll just leave the rear actually. Go into drive, and we'll go and see if we can find ourselves a good trailer to haul now. Spent nearly 10 minutes here. Try to figure that out, and I do apologize, but yeah, so that's kind of just to show, though, real quick, what you can do that way. If you also are like me and just don't enjoy how that was operating. I'm gonna sit here and wait, and yeah, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and put that back to what I had that as, though, for the controls, so that way I don't... I mean, I like the F4 key, I will be honest, but that probably should not be. Let's see if we do Alt and that. Alt plus plus. There we go. And yeah, it's just not wanting to turn off. So it's kind of a thing, it's why it was running like it was. Yeah, we've got plenty of power, so now I'm just hoping to find myself a longer set of trailers to take around here. And I guess over time we'll kind of see how things work out here. It's kind of hard because really light throttle, it's really doing next to nothing. We actually need to kind of get past that initial amount to have it start running. Was looking where I was, what was coming, and not where I should stop. But Yeah, there's a lot of things I know how to edit in there. It's the creation side of things I know that I cannot do. So take a look here. We have 23, it says, for here. We have this container trailer going to the quarry. Hot Rolled has a couple of them there. There we have Seal Brick, which has this water container. I want to say that one's going to probably be one for a train, so we're just going to start trading here. I mean, let's take a look. Shift C, and we can move around. Yep, so again, we're going towards the quarry. Or Seal Brick, not the quarry. Seal Brick itself. And we could probably take 13,500 kilograms there, or this, which is closer to 20. It's 20 tons, so I think that's... I'm not sure how that's actually... I still haven't figured that out. I mean, I could put it on a scale and actually figure what they mean, but... What we can also do is I can be a bit... yeah, we need to go and grab... Grab the little trailer first. So they're both going to Seal Brick. Gonna have to probably detach. I still want to see if that's gonna be broken or fixed, but I don't feel like playing around with a bunch of stuff today just to figure it out, kind of a deal. Got enough power, we can kind of shove ourselves under that, though. That's good to know. Kind of. It'll get onto the pin there. So our lifted suspension may be a moderate issue here. For these trailers do not go as high as the other ones. And now I think I've gotten myself stuck in here. Yeah, I'm also stuck on the other trailer there. Uh-oh. Alright, so this is one of those cases where I have to go like this. And then it reset the legs, I'm pretty sure. A little bit, but not really. There we go. So that's something we're going to have to take the lifted suspension off. But since we have these, we don't want to abandon it. We lose reputation and stuff. I want to build up as much as I can with everything. And these should be more stable, these container trailers as well. And this should just hook right on in here nicely. Excuse me, what? Come on. Yeah, it just went right through the pin. That's an issue. It's acting like the pin's not even there, because if we get up here a little bit closer. See, I got the pin lined up, and it's not doing the pin thing. So I am very unsure of what's going on there. Yeah, that's not right at all. I mean, I did move the trailer, but it shouldn't cause an issue like that. But it's just acting like the whole trailer itself here. The other one is not there. Let's see if we just keep backing up. Yeah, that's... So that's an issue. A little bit of a bug. We can see how the fluid is doing. So, Let's see about this guy. Does it have like... Nothing there, just like license plate format and stuff like that. I mean, there's nothing that tells me that it shouldn't connect at all. Let's see. Let's go to the other side. Well, it doesn't really matter because once I close this, there we go. Let's see this time if it's going to come back after just moving it briefly. I mean, it's physically there, but there's something... Yeah, okay, so with... Not sure what's going on there. I honestly can't even tell. So we have another issue again. Which, I mean, yes, I did edit the generator file, but that really should not have. I mean, maybe it did, but it shouldn't have broken anything. I would think if anything, it'd be related to the truck itself. So I'm gonna go ahead, drop these off, restart the game, see if I can figure something out here. Alright, we are back. This will cost $180,000, which will take pretty much everything we have. But I really thought about it. I was like, well, we should just get another garage because you only have one vehicle slot. So, boom, purchased. And then I did take one trailer. Things seemed to work fine there. And I realized, I was like, yeah, we have a little bit of an issue. Like, the power is great on its own, but it's not too great otherwise. So what I'm wondering is, got these differentials, drive unit. There was a whole section, and it's not showing up in the ratio search or any others as you've seen there. So we're gonna go rear frame, rear suspension, springs, axles, rear differential, and rear differential. This 5-to-1, we're gonna go 7.5-to-1, or maybe no. Let's do a 2-speed box because I think that would be the best. Because then we can still get our highway speed, but we can go say an 8-to-1 or a 9-to-1. Probably a 9-to-1 would be great. Yeah, that way we can like, or 10-to-1. Why not a 10 and a 5? So we have our high and low that way. I think that would be pretty good. So we can run 10-to-1 for getting around in the city. Because taking that one trailer with just the fluid in it, ooh, that was tough. I could barely get going up a hill. I didn't have an issue like normal where we would have. I never got these to semi-race, huh? I never got to the kind of an issue where we'd spin the wheels or something like that. That wasn't an issue. So it was more down to just making sure that like things actually moved. You know, it took a while for it to start moving, and by a while I mean like almost a full minute. So let's go with LED taillights with the reverse as well, because that's just, you know, fits the bill of an electric vehicle. So there is that, and then we can tune that as well a little bit. So low range 15-to-1 it puts us at. Let's leave it. So I'm thinking that might work based off of, yeah, there's our 2-speed. So there's our deal there. And I didn't get the front. That's what I forgot. I got to do a 2-speed for the front as well, if we can do that yet. Should be able to. It's all part of the same mod. Front axle, front differential, 5-to-1. Okay, so we can only do the 5-to-1, so we might... Well, that's still going to be lower, and it's electric, so it really won't make a difference there. Let's also put on our time of day. Is it actually running? Yes, the shadows are moving. That's good. All right, well, let's go ahead and see if we can find Okay, so it'll lock up the differentials now with the key bind. I don't know why that didn't want to work in the past, but it does now. And we'll turn on our fog lights for safety. Cop right there. I was thinking about going and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Just kind of cruise here. There's high gear. Wow. Well, we'll go straight. And we'll probably take a look at what's across the way over the commercial garage area. But now we should have no issues with getting power down. It's just a matter of getting through traffic right now, but I'm super excited to kind of see how this does once we get that. As far as the texture thing, that's just an issue with Career Collection mod, I'm thinking. I'm not sure what's going on there fully, but yeah, we definitely have enough power though. I wish there was like more powerful motors we could put on. I could probably make it work. Take a little bit of work, but I could probably add some different motors and stuff, but this is the way the mod is. We're gonna leave it this way. I don't know also how it might call to different parts for that or anything like that with the, you know, different parts of the mod and everything. So I know that I can add the part and put the code in from the different one and update the values, but that's really simple stuff. I mean, that's nothing crazy. So yeah, let's go to the right. Certainly is nice though that the generator's not sitting there screaming at us, going away like that. Okay, there's only 12 trailer transports over here. We have one for industrial warehouse. The rest are, yeah, these smaller ones. So we have one for the warehouse, one for rent-a-box. So we'll want to grab this one next to us and then the rent-a-box one after that. We're going to see if this is going to break again. And it looks like yes. So the container trailer has an issue. And that is the one that is the issue. Okay, so the water container trailer, some reason is causing the issue. So what we're going to do is my cargo. Going to have to, unfortunately, take a penalty on that completely and avoid that. So we could take these trailers though, it looks like. I mean, the other time I took one, it was fine. We might be like stuck broken now. No, it's gone away. Okay. So yeah, the container trailer has an issue. And I'm not sure exactly why, but it's talking about a DSM thing, which I'm not sure what that's supposed to even mean. We've got an issue with the textures. Like, there's still some bugs, but this is a work in progress. Didn't quite line it up. Let's try that again. There we go. Not quite perfect, but pretty close. And then we need to go and pick this trailer up any more that we can. It's all the way down with the legs, so there we go. No issue in high gear right now, though. So unfortunately, we didn't get anything else. So this has got to just go straight on across over here to rent-a-box. But $3 grand, that's pretty fair. I can't imagine how close I was to that car, but I got to try to make sure I take it wide so the trailer fits. We'll see if rent-a-box has anything that's not a container. I didn't take a look and see what fluid we have in the container. That may be what matters. But either way, I'm just going to altogether skip them for right now anyway. So let's see. Parcel deliveries. That's right. That's not what we're doing. I'm just so used to hitting that button. Trailer deliveries. Nothing good. Darn it. Let's see if we got lucky and it updated over the commercial garage area. This thing is so fast and so much fun this way, though. Just can't turn off the generator anymore, but I'm okay with that, too. And it doesn't brake very well, apparently, either. There's a cop right there. You just witnessed that. And I guess we got away with it? I don't know. They aren't chasing me. Okay, trailer deliveries. Yeah, we just still got these guys, unfortunately. We don't have a... We have a pintle hitch. We don't have the other kind, so... Strange that the B button was not removing that. We're back to it again. So there's also a vehicle. Something here is definitely broke that. And I'm not sure what that might be. But it's preventing the cops from chasing me for that, I'm thinking, too. And there's nothing that was at Rent-A-Box that was good, so let's see where else we can go. I'll go ahead and find another location, try to find some more trailers, and be right back. Oh, I did it now. Now they're really going to come after me after pushing them out of the way. I bet you feel smart for that one. I mean, he did manage to disable my steering a little bit, I will admit, so it was an okay move, but... Well, you fully disable it. My steering, like, is broken. I'm turning left and right, as we can see with the wheel. Nothing's happening. I actually managed to roll him over. Just gotta get far enough away. I don't need a ticket for that. Go in reverse, full throttle here. Okay, there we might be able to get away with it. Yeah, I'll come back again once I find something here. I'm just gonna have to do a repair real quick, but yeah. So, fun fact, I can drive through this trailer, but then all of a sudden it'll like do its thing. I think whatever this dolly is somehow breaking, because it's the same type of lower half for this and the water tank, basically. I think that's what's breaking it. We can see the stuff down here. It's causing all sorts of DSM client errors, basically. But I managed to get it kind of stuck in here. And these just got to go to the quarry. It's working. Is it right? No. And I would say it's not working great, but I think we could manage to get this there. This may burn off the front wheels here, but we'll try anyway. We are full throttle in low gear, and look at all that torque we have. Oh my gosh, man. Just gonna ignore that there's some squealing type of a deal going on back there. put it into high gear and we're still gaining speed. Just take a little bit. I guess this is how we do it now. Yeah, I didn't quite get a clip, of course, of the thing, but basically it backed the trailer up to get into it. It didn't want to work, so it kept backing up. It went get an angle, and then all of a sudden, thunk. It's like it popped in and flipped right into the truck. So I'm just like, well, here we are. We'll keep it this way. And it wants us to going to the quarry. For some reason, it wants us to turn right there. I'm not going to turn right there. I'm just going to keep on going up. And then we'll go up and off the ramp there and take a left. We got the power, I'm pretty sure. It's just going to take a little bit, so... yeah, I'm going to come back because that's a little annoying. I think I finally figured it out. I remembered this. I forgot to edit the file, basically, to increase the distance. This essentially does checks for collisions, and that would be why it suddenly would pop on in and all that. And yeah, now we should be able to run that. It was nothing to do with anything else. The DSM error, I am unsure about that. But we should be okay. There we go. I turned off the truck for a moment there, just getting ready, and then I looked and I thought about it, and it's like, is there something I'm running? Oh, yeah. And that would be why. I mean, it's a great mod and everything, and it really does help. But the issue just is that simply it does not work for doing trailer trains. So hopefully we'll get this taken on back, be able to take care of that a little better here. Just hauling the one trailer very good though. And I think I broke our electric regen as well. Doesn't look like it's actually going up on the fuel gauge over there. Like how it lets me, oh, let's go that way, sure. It might actually be a little bit quicker. I wasn't going to do it with the steel coil though, because it is a little bit rough through that way. Just trying to turn into that edge and everything, the corner on there, come up to it, and yeah, so I have a habit of breaking things, and I think I did just by being a ding-dong and leaving on a mod that I hadn't changed the configuration for. I mean, our headlights are pretty accurate, though, I'd have to argue. Haven't ran at nighttime for a while. So, yeah, always, that's why it's always preached and said to check your mods when you have issues with games. Start there first. If anything, start disabling them. Turn them back on and see what fixes and breaks and all that. Now we've got our trailers to drop off here. That only gave us another 5,000 credits, only, because you can get a lot more in Italy as of currently. So, yeah. The DSM error, I don't know why that's what it was that ended up being, but so it was, and that would explain that much. Let's see, trailer delivery, yeah, we have a triple steel coil one here that's got to go to lens flare. I don't even understand what they would be doing with that at lens flare, but I guess they need it. That's why I got that LED reverse light, as long as things don't get in front of the camera there. So I can actually see where I'm backing up to. Shouldn't need to do anything more than just hook on up and probably run it here. Oh, yeah, we're moving. So our front tires are going to be spinning. Our rear tires should be just fine. Let the momentum kind of take here, do what it needs to do. little bit of braking. So we're not supposed to go over 20 miles an hour down this. I think that's just silly. If I knew how to edit that kind of stuff, I definitely would. But I don't, nor do I have the time to learn as of currently. Don't want to turn too sharp either. We want to make sure that the coils stay on the trailer. It's one of the harder loads in my opinion. I think the hardest load would be taking like 4 trailers with just coils on there. Kind of cut that a little bit, but we're all good. Hear the motors winding up though as they're pulling us along, and I think that does pretty good. Oh, that's right. Oh, that scares me every time, but that's just what the steel coils do, is they kind of shift around a little bit. Really like to make a really big bang. I don't know why it has us go around this way. I guess maybe it's shorter. I don't know if it's quicker, but I guess maybe it's shorter. It's more of a challenge though to drive through, but it's okay. Should watch my speed. I'm supposed to be only doing 30 here. Alright, that get us 5,800 more credits. We're back up to 28,000. Wow. I doubt they have any trailers here either, despite having a whole loading bay. You need to add it to where when you drop off a trailer, they can say unload it, or we could unload it. And then the empty trailer can go to a new destination, or they can add things differently onto the trailer, and you can run around like that. Kind of like a version of cargo delivery, but with actual changing up the trailer there. I think that would be definitely something more for the BeamNG devs to do, but I'm going to go ahead and head on down. Let's go ahead and do a little quick trip around here. Yeah, not enough power to go like that, but... Ooh, you know what, actually, before I go and get another trailer, we haven't hit this really, and it wouldn't hurt to do it with the truck, I don't think. I'm sure we're going to hit top speed before we get down to the end, but... gonna see how that goes. Alright, so we made 1,300 credits, 25 seconds down that. And I'll be back when I get some more trailers here. Alright, so here we are back over at the island here, and we got these two which are going to Rent-A-Box, which I don't know why the weird things that go to Rent-A-Box. Like, I could see a container, like an actual container like these ones on our sides and stuff going like that, but a tank container and 10 tons in pipes. It's a little bit weird to go to rent-a-box, in my opinion. Maybe that's a delivery and drop-off point for some private sale or something. I'm not sure, but a little interesting. And we're still in high gear, and we're doing just fine. I do think I want to adjust, though, a high gear maybe to be a bit longer. Just because the tops out at 85, I think I wanted to get to 100, so there's some ratio type of stuff I could figure out, which it looks like 16,000 RPM, say, would be the peak, right? And then I could figure that out from the 5-to-1 and the 4.62, those two that we were running, but I'm gonna be stuck in traffic for a little bit, unfortunately, and I do want to repaint the truck as well. Let's go ahead, we'll switch it on over to low gear. Yeah, it has no problems picking up and getting ready to go, kind of a deal there. We're running into another red light here. Finally getting some tandems kind of a deal going here, though. Take it real slow getting on, make sure we don't run into any of these guys. I gotta say, the truck's doing very well, though. With having a 2-speed, that makes it a lot better. Don't really have to worry too much. I mean, I was able to drag that set of weirdness that I made. The performance mod is great, and it basically disables any collision checks after 15 meters, but yeah, trailers, they exist. So I was thinking about setting it to something like 50 meters, which would be like 150 feet. Probably going to do more like 100 meters, though. Be close to a full football field, around 300 feet. Like, it's a little bit different, 300 to 400 feet kind of area. But that would allow us to handle a really long trailer train and keep collisions from vehicles in a more distant manner. There we go, we got 60. Easy peasy. Got some cars doing some weird things up here. I'm just kind of coasting on down. Would like to move over, but they're not going to let me. Ooh. Yeah, I wasn't quite on the brakes enough, I'm sorry. It didn't do anything to us, but yeah. Yet again, we get away with it. So far. And we got 2 police vehicles up here, though, but we'll see. It's got to be a little bit quicker with the brakes here. Our brake pressure's been staying good. Everything's been fine there, so we're able to keep that up. Don't have to worry about that at all. We'll just go ahead and hit 40 miles an hour here. We should be more than fine until we hit another red light. Yeah, the brakes are definitely a lot softer than I'm used to, though. I think because we don't have the engine helping us to brake. Just have that, which regenerative braking would definitely be nice. It'd be a really big system, though, I imagine, to create and work on. Feels like I got a little bit of a pull to the left. Oh, no, I think it was just because of the trailers. Never mind. But yeah, the regenerative braking would definitely be the deal there. About 39, yeah, because that would allow us to regenerate some power and all of that good stuff. As you guys swing it around a bit like that. We're out of the way of everybody there. We can see in the mirror. Oh, was. And then I kind of got distracted there and wasn't looking where I'm driving. Should pay attention here. Should have enough inner shoulder. Oh yeah, we do. We're fine. Kind of drive how we want right here. Oh, we gotta go straight across and then up there to the right. Take a right. Just gotta go through this nonsense again. Nobody's really coming from down there. We got the top. Whoop. Want you to hang tight for a moment. There we go. I can make it. And try and get her off to the left. A little too much on the brakes there. There we go. So I don't know. We're gonna try it and see if we can drop off both trailers or if that's gonna break. It's gonna break. Okay. Hello. Oh boy. Hello? Hello? I can't even get anything. I can't do anything. Uh-oh. Yeah, and it's giving us dism arrows again. It's gonna make me dizzy. Yeah, that's not too good. Okay, now can I... There's that. Let's try refreshing this. See if I can just fix this at all. And my backing up of that is horrible right there, but if we can go maybe up into here a little ways. Yeah, we can fit through. Slight scraping right there happening. I don't know how the heck I'm gonna make this work, but let's go ahead and make it daytime so I can at least see what I'm doing. So yeah, we have to, unfortunately, still deal with detaching the trailer and doing them one at a time for unloading. And I think that really does come down to which one I'm grabbing first and hauling first and all that. Let's actually see. I think, yeah, I can go out and around. Okay. That tanker is empty, so... Not my fault. I was already on the way. I'm blameless. I am so perfect here. That's definitely it. Let's see. Drop off? No, it's still breaking it. Okay. Let's refresh. Hit F5. my cargo. So yeah, that's something we've learned. So lots of learning today, that's for sure. There we go. Trained trailer transporter. I guess we got that. And we got some other milestones in here as well. No, just that one. Okay. 4 trailers, 9 trailers. 500 credits. All right. I guess that's something. Let's see if we can find one more trailer at least here to pull. You got a tri-axle here that goes to hot rolled for 4460. That's something, I suppose. I don't think we'll have too much of an issue with this one. Just gotta take it up over the highway and to hot rolled steel there. Full throttle going there. Ooh, yeah, we got a lot of leaning action going. Yeah, we should be fine now. Full E-pedal. Away we go. I don't know if I'm gonna churn early enough or not. Yeah, that guy was being mean. So he's getting tired of the front of the car. It was a learning lesson. Thought they were gonna be better about avoiding collisions and such, but I guess not. Lots of work for the AI to be done with the AI, I suppose. Yeah, but that's okay. Kind of cruising a bit here. We need to hit the brakes. But I also don't want to brake too hard because it could possibly shift load and cause them to fly and roll down. And the rack should help a little bit, but with those coils, I don't think it would fix it. You know, I don't, not fix it. I don't think it would completely prevent it. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I think that would still be an issue there. Green light yet? Oh, still waiting at the red light. Oh boy, this is a really long one this time. Oh, I could see the distance is changing over here. Red, green. There we go. Pretty good at timing the traffic lights, even in real life like that. Wants us to go down to the end, but that's going to be steeper, so... Oh, that works too. See, now here we're struggling a little bit. Hit Alt-A. No more struggling. And we're going to be stopped here for a second. There's yellow. Then there's red, and then there's green. Oh yeah, traction would be an issue here, but... Yeah, they need to detect vehicles further away, especially large ones like the T-Series, you know. This man, imagining if I had a trailer full, a train, like 3 of these trailers, I would not have been able to stop, and that would have been pancake right there. Big time pancake. Feel the truck really swaying everywhere with that. also would be cool is to see like the electric motors heating up. I noticed the generator doesn't have, it doesn't use the radiator, doesn't have thermals enabled basically. So the generator should have thermals enabled. I mean, there's a few different bits like that. At least not from what I could see in that one file I was looking at the beginning of the episode there. It did not appear like there was anything going on there. Oh, I had to turn on our high beams here. Now this is a place where the steel coils kind of make sense, but this is where they should be coming from. I think that's something that could be changed potentially, is what comes from where and goes where kind of a deal. It's like I could see the steel coils say going to the quarry maybe, but I'm not so sure on that honestly. But steel coils coming from here and going to commercial area, port, industrial, other one there. I mean, that makes sense. But there we go. Little burnout there as well, why not? I can see our fuel level, so to speak, is getting pretty low there. Kind of funny, you can put it into neutral, which I suppose that could be a regenerative braking. Why didn't I think about that? Although it's not going to work that way. As far as it is here, we're expending energy to put it in there. It's not generating and using the energy, or I guess the force required to regenerate. It's a whole sciencey thingy. If you're interested, you can look up how regenerative braking works and everything, but I could talk a little bit about it, but I don't know everything. I just know the gist of how it works. I think we'll go ahead and take our truck on back, though. Nobody, alright. It's kind of crazy the amount of power we get down to because we have the front wheel drive included with the rear axles, so actually get some speed up even on gravel. Like here we're doing 20, there's 40. For a semi-truck on the gravel, I think that's pretty good. And we'll back on in to our new garage, doing trains, trailer trains, oh yeah. And the generator's never going to turn off, so that's the downside there. So what we do is we go into here and we put that in storage. Boom. But guys, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. If you did enjoy today's episode, make sure to hit the like button. If you want to see more career mode, either RLS or vanilla, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And you can also check out down in the description, I have my Discord there, and you can also leave a comment down below. Let me know about your thoughts, opinions, topics, ideas, or suggestions. But again, that's it for today's episode. Take care. Bye-bye.